Hey guys, welcome to the second video of this mini series where I'm gonna be going through a Voiceflow project where I use GPT-4 Turbo to essentially turn unstructured data, so conversations between the assistant and the user, and convert it into structured data, in this case, a JSON script. And for this example, I'm using the example I've used for the live demo in the previous video, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. And I prepared this entire sheet composed of 4 parts, and I'm going to be going through step by step exactly how I'm doing it. And if you guys want, feel free to follow along. You can find this sheet in the description below and open up a new Voiceflow project. And yeah, let's do this together. So before we get started, you should probably add all these variables first because we're going to be using them. So it might save you some time and some mistakes maybe. So part 1 is creating the GPT settings. The reason why I like to do this on a block on its own is so that I can easily pull it up from my library and just modify the prompt, etc. and like have it as its own AI steps, let's say. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Open up Voiceflow, create a new JavaScript. Here I'm going to remove that. Copy this and let's paste it here. Should look something like this. I'm going to delete this. And then the next step would be to create a series of set steps. So here we're going to do this. And we're gonna be adding all of these set steps. So I'm gonna save some time here and actually delete that. I already have these blocks in the library here. So, okay, let me just change that. So this is exactly what you would end up with. And here, let me explain actually. I'm gonna change it to last utterance. So when you put a string into the JSON payload that you're sending over to the OpenAI API, we need to structure it in a specific way so that the special characters don't interfere with the actual JSON format. So let's say the last utterance of the user includes quotation marks, or I don't know, you have something that has a new line, like new paragraphs. We want to escape these special characters by going through this function. So this is the function that'll escape the special characters by adding backslashes in front of them. So if you don't want to get into that, don't worry about it. Just copy and paste this and we'll move on to the next steps. So for the GPT version, we're going to be using GPT-4 Turbo, which is this model. It's still in preview. The system prompt, I'll be talking about that later. User prompt as well. And the temperature, well, it's from 0 to 1. In this case, I want to keep it at 0 because I want it to follow the exact format. For chat history, I've created a way to toggle it on or off. For now, I'm going to turn it off. And later on, we're going to turn it on, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Well, in the next videos probably. And I've done the same with JSON. So I'm going to turn it on. We need it to return its results in a valid JSON. So that's it for the GPT settings. Now we're gonna move on to the system prompt and the user prompt. For this, I've created a system prompt that essentially instructs the assistant to take the conversation between the user and the assistant and determine the different variables. Type of this is a real estate property assistant. So type of property, and these are the options that I've given it. The price, I've told it exactly how to format. If it's a price range like this, if it's a single price like that, less than, greater than. Whether they want to buy or rent, so the options are buy or rent. Number of bedrooms, and I also instructed it with the exact formats, the location, and some key details. So I've also given it some examples. Right, so when you want to put this into the system prompt set step, you want to start off by copying and pasting it, but then you actually have to transform the entire thing to escape these special characters, basically. And same goes for the user prompt. Here are the steps to reformat the prompts. First, you're going to copy and paste the prompt into the set step. Then you're going to replace all new lines with 4 backslashes and n. Then before every double quotation, you add 4 of these, 4 backslashes. Before every single quotation, you add 3 backslashes. Double quotations must be in vertical form. They can't be slanted. Same goes for single quotations. I've already done that, so lucky for you, you just need to copy and paste it. And this is going to be wrong because when you copy it from Google Docs, sometimes you gotta reformat it. Let's see if it works. I don't know. Same goes for the user prompt. So in this case, the user prompt is this. Use the chat transcript, but we actually have to convert it to this. And here, this should work. Now the temperature is 0, chat history 0, and then, yeah. So that's it for part 1. Now that you have the GPT settings ready to go, it's basically these 2 blocks that you can save in the library. I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually call the OpenAI API and get a response from ChatGPT 4 Turbo. So tune in to the next video. Thank you.